Yes, I welcome Grenada, Carrico, PD, Monica, and the rest of the world. My name is Mikey Hutchinson, and I'm happy to be back with you for another day to tell you what's happening in Grenada, the Caribbean, outside of the Caribbean. We have a lot of things to tell you, things that you have not heard about before. We're going to be telling you about that. So we are happy to be back with you for another day, man. For those of you who are viewing the program for the first time, we are happy to have you too. And don't make this a one-time thing. You must always come on the program. Listen, this is where it all happens, you know. We don't make anything up. We don't have a horse in the race. We just tell you as it is. So brace yourself, people. It's all about suspense, action, and drama on the program. All you, let's see what's making the headlines for tonight. Donation made to Tam CC. Kayak charged with non-capital murder for death of stepfather. Concerns over poor sanitary conditions at the prison. St. David man charged with girlfriend's death remanded to prison. Young Grenadian farmer with an advice. Delta employee arrested in $250,000 theft at JFK International. Cop in Trinidad charged with robbing, threatening disabled vendor. We have that and more, or these and more, to tell you about when we return on tonight's program, people. It's the good, the bad, and the Mikey. Brace all yourself, man. Share the business, especially those of you who are on Facebook. Share the business. Oh yeah, we coming back. And when you see we come back, it will be real news in all your little. So stay tuned.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz. Bringing value home.
They're coming from near and far to blaze the gospel in song. Saturday, October 26th, Grenada National Stadium. Get ready to break every chain. Featuring for the first time in Grenada, Grammy Award-winning gospel artist, Tasha Cobbs. Live from Jamaica, the sensational Jermaine Edwards. And many more. Tickets on sale now at gotofet.com. Stay tuned to this station for more info.
Grenada, this one will have you rolling.
I'm breaking up with you. It's over.
The first annual KFC Come Laugh With Us comedy show featuring live from Nigeria comedy sensation Emanuela Success and the Mark Angel comedy crew.
I've sent the date. See you when I come.
Set the date. Mark the day. Saturday, December 14th. Grenada National Stadium. Get your early bird ticket. Kids on the 16th, $30. Adults, $50. Kids on the 16th. VIP tickets, $80. Adults, $150. Get your tickets online at GoToFet, TicketPal, and your regular ticket outlets. Grenada, this one will have you rolling.
All right, thank you very much again, folks. I think we should be having one more for you, you know. Yeah, man, I think we have one more for you. So let's give you this one more and then get right into the news, all right? Yes, we have this one to tell you about.
It's my money.
It's my money.
It's my money, and I need it now.
Grenada, come get your money. Oh, and did I mention 2 cars? Get ready for the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo, where you can win 2 sleek Suzuki Swift sports cars, plus $40,000 in cash. Wow! It's an event you don't want to miss. Sunday, October 6th at the National Stadium from 5 p.m. Get your tickets for only $60 for one or $100 for two. Just imagine, on Sunday, October 6th, you can walk to the venue and drive away in a Suzuki Swift sports car plus $40,000 in cash at the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. Sponsored by Carrot, Glenelg, Mikey Live, GoToVet.com, and Waggy T Rentals and Sound Company.
That's my car.
Yes, man. All right, folks. So let's get right into the business for today. Now, the first thing that we want to tell you, boy, is that TAMCC, they get a nice little donation, and we had to talk about it. We'll be telling you more later, but at least this one we can tell you about right now. Now, during the month of September, the TA Marshall Committee, the college received a donation of wrought iron gates and window security bars from two donors. C Sales Limited sponsored the installation, valued at $7,200. The exact amount is $7,220. And the contractor, Royston's Welding Shop, realizing the need for some additional wrought iron work, made an in-kind donation valued at $560. The scope of work was completed under the refurbishment component of the hybrid telecommunications upgrade project. Now, the addition of wrought iron works to 6 classrooms at the Tantin campus will help to improve the security of the rooms and the ICT equipment that are embarked for installation within each room. Indeed, the college says it is a great initiative, and they say that they are grateful to both donors for their timely assistance and their support to improving the delivery of tertiary education in Grenada's. They say that donors who are interested in partnering with the college to support this project can contact Miss Ayana Williams, project lead and coordinator for resource mobilization, via ayannanaw@tamcc.edu.gd, or you can call 440-1389 extension 2344. All right, or you can just call 405-0794. All of that there is a really good initiative as well. So yes, you understand? Good. We are moving on. How we looking? All right, we're hitting the ground running. Now the next thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, straight into the In the Papers segment we're going in on, huh? 4 days after Randolph Lawrence kissed his stepfather, Joseph Charles Allard, farewell, as he lay in his casket at Christ the King Anglican Church and was one of the pallbearers, he was slapped with a charge of non-capital murder for causing his death. Doing some more on the program. All you want to tell you? Let me read it again in the paper segment. Informer says, not me. 4 days after Randolph Lawrence kissed his stepfather, Joseph Charles Allard, farewell, as he lay in his casket at the Christ the King Anglican Church and was one of the pallbearers, he was slapped with the charge of non-capital murder for causing the death of the same man in the casket. Can you hear me? Lawrence made his first court appearance on Monday at the St. George's Magistrates Court, accompanied by his attorney, Derek Sylvester. Lawrence, 52, was officially charged with the death of the 81-year-old from Mount Royal last week Friday and was sent to the mainland the following afternoon. Allard was commonly known as Tall Joe due to his height of about 7'4". You could play basketball. His height about 7 feet. You understand? Jano Papa, yo. That one different, boy. You understand? So they say he was at the funeral and thing like that. You understand? They say he was at the funeral and everything okay and you know. Jano. Now, folks, the deceased was pronounced dead. Hold on. Okay, let's back up a bit there. He was pronounced dead at about 7:30 a.m. on the morning of Tuesday, August 28th, at the home which he shared with his wife, Lawrence's mother, and Lawrence, who reportedly returned from England in about July to care for his mother and stepfather. According to this paper's reports are that he called the doctor to report that his stepfather had passed away. However, according to a source, on pronouncing Allah dead, the doctor immediately called the police to further investigate the manner of death. Allah had received a single stab to the right side of his abdomen. Reports are that when officers arrived, they located a knife in a sink with small spatters of blood. The weapon was said to be about 12 inches long, with a blade about 8 inches long. The report at the time was that a lad, who it was said was not enjoying the best of health, had committed suicide. However, the postmortem that was conducted revealed that a lad was murdered. Officers then intensified their investigation and picked up Lawrence and his English girlfriend for questioning. They were later released. Unconfirmed reports state that the family then hired a pathologist from Trinidad and Tobago, who, according to a source, conducted a postmortem on the body. The report stated that the second postmortem revealed that a lad had been strangled before he received the fatal blow. Now, 2 members of the Criminal Investigations Department traveled from the mainland on Monday morning, especially to attend the funeral, to better observe the attitude and behavior of Lawrence. No, all that too? That's a movie? Several mourners who attended the funeral told informers inside Carriacou and Petite Martinique that they kept a close eye on Lawrence throughout the proceedings, in and out of the church and at the burial site at the Brunswick Cemetery. It says, quote, "I was shocked when I saw him kiss Tarjo in the casket." Casket, said a female. Quote, "He cried a lot at the graveside," unquote, pointed out one gentleman. Lawrence, who attended the Mount Pleasant Government School, then Bishop's College, before migrating to England, is scheduled to reappear at the St. George's Magistrates Court on Friday, October 11th. His third appearance will be at the Carriacou Magistrates Court. But I feel like that was an episode of CSI, boy. You're telling me? So anyway, let me leave that one where we see it there. Right. Another one from the In the Paper segment speaks to the whole issue of the Richmond Hill prisons. Now, we've for forever been getting complaints about the Richmond Hill prison, Grenada's main penitentiary. Her Majesty's prisons has in recent times become a focal point for many media houses in the news for various reasons. The recent launch of the Adult and Teen Challenge program has been dubbed a classic, and while many applaud the authorities for their new approach to rehabilitation, others are of the view that a number of other critical areas are left unattended and are negatively impacting the quality of service provided. Now, the Grenada Informer last week spoke with a former prison inmate who claims the sanitary conditions at the prison is alarming, and calls for urgent action by the relevant authority to deal with the situation. Opting to speak to our news desk off camera, the gentleman said that the prison is seriously infested with rats and cockroaches, and if immediate action is not taken, then there could be an outbreak of some sort in the not too distant future. He noted that while he was not expecting hotel-style accommodation, when he was sentenced to prison just over a year ago, the conditions he was faced with was not fitting for humans, as just about everything one touches at the facility showed evidence of roaches or rats' presence. What was shocking to us is that the utterances from this gentleman was strongly corroborated by a prison officer who told the Grenada Informer that the authority at the prison seemed to have their priorities set on other areas and seemed to have turned a blind eye to the many reports pointing to the poor sanitary conditions at the facility. Complaints, he said, have been coming from left, right, and center, with prison officers now becoming concerned about their own health and safety at the facility. Among the areas most affected, the officer said, are the security areas, remand block, and an area referred to as the Big Jail. Most recently, we were told that one prisoner who was convicted for murder penned a letter to the commissioner highlighting the poor conditions at the facility and the seemingly inhumane conditions under which inmates are made to survive. He noted that apart from the presence of roaches and rats, vagrancy, which is listed as a criminal offense on the law books of Grenada, has a free reign at the prison, and therefore a special area is set aside for inmates who are so inclined. However, what is disturbing, the officer said, on regular occasions, these inmates are made to mingle with the wider prison population, carrying an odor that is something unbearable, or sometimes unbearable. It appears, the officer said, based on what is happening, the main focus at the prison seems to be hinged on position rather than inmate safety. With that approach, he said, a number of things that are critical to the very existence of the prison are getting left. He therefore joined the call for urgent intervention from those responsible to address the situation soonest. All right, and you can check out more of this story on the Informer. They have that on this week's edition. We are moving on. We're going again. St. David man charged with girlfriend's death, remanded to prison. All right. That's another story that we need to tell you about, boy. A 49-year-old St. David resident charged in connection with the death of his 62-year-old common-law wife has been remanded to Her Majesty's prisons. Now, Victor Credelan, a well-known farmer from the village of Malmons in St. David, was remanded to Richmond Hill Prison last Friday after appearing before Magistrate Karen Noel in St. David's Magistrates Court on a charge of non-capital murder linking him to the death of his girlfriend, Shirley Thomas, of the same address. Now, according to information reaching the Grenada Informer, Thomas died at the General Hospital 3 days after she allegedly received a blow to her head. Information circulating at the time indicated that Thomas and her lover, Creedland, were engaged in what one resident described as a usual argument after a fun day at the bar. However, he noted that on this occasion, things went out of hand and there appeared to have been some physical exchanges during which Thomas was struck in the head and fell to the ground. She was subsequently rushed to the General Hospital where she died 3 days later. And of course, you can again check out the Informer for the rest of that story. Oh yeah, a young man, bright like a bulb, in pursuing a doctorate in nothing. The man has decided to invest his time and money in farming, in agriculture. Craig Hazard 25 years old. People. And we have to share that with you. He said that he was farming since he was a teenager. He has been farming since he's been a teenager. And now he's still doing it. And this thing is earning the man a little dollar to eat a little bread and drink a juice.
Since I was like in secondary school, primary school, I've been dabbling my hands in it a little. I choose to get into farming because it provides you with a sense of independence. You could choose a career path, you could kind of navigate around time and this kind of stuff, and them. Yeah, basically you have a freedom with concern. It provides you with the opportunity to create your own salary. Like your salary don't have a limit, basically. Well, one of my favorite farming techniques I will say is intercropping. When you intercrop, like you see, we have peppers here, and those take like 3 months before they start to bear. So you plant some cabbage in the center of them. It takes about 60 days, 65 days to bear. So you could eat a food 2 ways basically. If I find a crop is kind of low on the market and something that have a kind of high, like a high value, yeah, high value and demand, I plant that. Like something like pineapple. Pineapple is very, you have a very interesting market for pineapple. You get pineapple for $5 a pound at the hotels and stuff, and I basically sell all my clients to the same. My advice to young farmer will be, if you have to do something like this, you have to be serious about it. You have to have a level of commitment and a passion and a drive towards it. And basically, I will say, like, if you have a little education and thing, don't say this is not for you, because you have education and thing, like, it helps you to manage your farming better, apply more farming techniques, more modern farming techniques and stuff, and manage your finances and your planning better. We have animals, livestock, a little shade up there, and a little greenhouse structure. Have a little road to access the farm better. Yeah, and a couple of vehicles and stuff. I also like to go into agri-processing too.
You understand, people? Yes, yes, yes. Give the man a clap. I say give the man a clap and hold quiet so. Give the man a clap. You don't get young people to do these things these days. You understand? So this guy deserves a medal. He's a hero too. We're moving on. Folks, a Delta employee was arrested at the JFK International Airport Thursday after he was seen taking a bag with approximately $250,000 cash instead of scanning and loading it onto a plane, according to a criminal complaint. Authorities say they have the surveillance video, but are not releasing it at this time. Quincy Thorpe, a Delta ground service employee, he was arrested and charged on Thursday. You understand? He made his first court appearance and was released after posting $80,000 bond. You understand? They say 8 bags were supposed to be scanned and loaded onto a plane bound for Miami, but only 7 was scanned and registered for the flight. Yeah. After flight 1225 arrived at Miami, the security company that was transporting the bags, Victim Security Company, realized, oh, that's an interesting security company name too, you know. Victim Security Company. Who names these companies? Anyway, the company realized that one of them was missing. They said the man, Thorpe, called out sick to work in the 2 days following the September 24th theft. You're too stupid. You have to go like normal. You can't be lucky and coward. You give them people money and they call in sick. Duh! They gonna know it's you? Hey. So anyway, he get himself in trouble with that one. So the story ended where I been. Next story for all you know. Hurricane Lorenzo, people, it's out in the Atlantic. Well, it's no threat to us, by the way. let me just put up a thing just so that you could at least get a better appreciation for its location. You understand? Ever since it started like a boss, you know. Hurricane Lorenzo is a powerful Category 4 storm this evening, packing maximum winds of 145 miles per hour far out in the Atlantic Ocean. Lorenzo joins the heap of storms we've seen in the last couple of years to break some sort of record. This time, it's the most intense hurricane ever recorded so far east in the Atlantic. The most intense hurricane ever recorded so far east in the Atlantic. While it is no immediate threat to land, the hurricane may pose a threat to the Azores Islands by next week. All right, 145 miles per hour. It's back in that kind of wind. All yeah. So all you know, Amber Geiger, the trial has started. She killed in St. Lucian in the place, you know. In the man place. No, she crying. She says she's sorry. She didn't really, you know. Well, you know, I don't want to tell you what she said because we have footage, man. We join our friends at HTS to bring you that special story, people.
Fired police officer Amber Geiger took to the stand on day 5 of the murder trial against her. Geiger is accused of murdering 26-year-old St. Lucian Butham Ja while he was sitting in his apartment in Dallas, Texas. Very early during Friday's trial, she broke down in tears, to which the judge responded by granting a 10-minute break in order for her to compose herself. When court resumed, Geiger said she thought she was in her own apartment and commanded the unknown individual Botham, that she described as a silhouette, to show his hands in the darkness of the room. She explained that she made the command, "Let me see your hands," twice. However, she alleged Ja came towards her saying, "Hey, hey, hey," in an aggressive tone. The trial was played live from an affiliate station to ABC, WFAA.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
And that's at that point whenever I shot.
Somewhere in this area.
Yes, sir.
When you shot, what happened?
He fell down.
Okay. Go ahead and tell us. And why did you shoot Andrew?
I was scared he was going to kill me.
We talked about that. We've broken that down. Did it take that long is what you would walk through?
No, sir. It was much quicker than that.
After when you saw the figure, could you tell man, woman, anything like that?
In the back of the room, no, you cannot see who it was.
She went on to say she shot at him twice because she thought he wanted to kill her and feared for her life.
So I was scared. I was scared this person's apartment was going to hurt me. And I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Ms. Agri, could you please repeat your answer?
I was scared. Whoever was inside my apartment was going to kill me. And I'm sorry. I have to live with that every single day that I heard.
I object, non-responsive. Sustained.
Now that you know, you found out when you came around that counter and shot an innocent man. How do you feel about that?
No police officer ever would want to hurt an innocent person.
How do you feel what you did to Mr. John?
I feel like a terrible person. I feel like a piece of crap. I hate that I have to live with this every single day of my life. And I ask God for forgiveness, and I hate myself every single day. I feel like I don't deserve a chance to be with my family and friends. I wish he was the one with the gun that killed me. I never wanted to take an innocent person's life. And I am so sorry. This is not about hate. It's about being being scared that night.
The prosecution argued that Geiger failed to render emergency aid to Jean as he lay dying. It was also said that she failed to perform de-escalating methods before resorting to the use of deadly force. Jean, who was still alive after the shooting, was found laying next to his couch when emergency personnel arrived. Lizandy Boville-Jones, HTS News Force.
All right, thank you very much. Very interesting development now that we are hearing from the officer accused of killing an innocent man. We are moving on to a story coming out of Trinidad and Tobago, where we find that a police officer with 19 years service is expected to appear before Port of Spain magistrate on charge of misbehavior in public office after he allegedly threatened to prosecute a vendor if he didn't pay the officer $3,500. Now, the officer was held on Monday at the Emergency Response Patrol Office at the Police Training Academy in St. James during the exercise supervised by ACP, whatever his name was. That's not important. Now, the news outlets there says that on June 13, the two officers in a marked police vehicle spotted a 36-year-old vendor who police said has a disability. The two officers took the victim to the police station under the pretense of serving a summons on him. At the station, they searched the victim's car and found They found $3,500. The report said the officers took the 36-year-old man's cash, and when he complained, they threatened to prosecute him for the offense of possession of ammunition. The victim then complained with the situation and was The victim then complied with the situation. I think my script is a little too small. Just let me right, that's better. Now, the victim then complied with the situation and was released. However, he made a report to the Professional Standard Bureau, and an investigation was conducted. And now we are here. Officer charged for thieving a disabled man $3,500. That kind of thing, you just cannot make up. We've got the entertainment segment, the national report, and the weather coming up.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz-ready finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz, bringing value home.
They're coming from near and far to blaze the gospel in song. Saturday, October 26th, Grenada National Stadium. Get ready to break every chain. Featuring for the first time in Grenada, Grammy award-winning gospel artist Tasha Cobbs. Live from Jamaica, the sensational Jermaine Edwards. And many more. Tickets on sale now at gotofet.com. Stay tuned to this station for more info.
Grenada, this one will have you rolling.
I'm breaking up with you. It's over.
The first annual KFC Come Laugh With Us comedy show featuring live from Nigeria comedy sensation Emanuela Success and the Mark Angel comedy crew.
I've sent the date. See you when I come.
Set the date. Mark the day. Saturday, December 14th. Grenada National Stadium. Get your early bird ticket. Kids on the 16th, $30. Adults, $50. Kids on the 16th. VIP tickets, $80. Adults, $150. Get your tickets online at GoToFest, TicketPal, and your regular ticket outlets. Grenada, this one will have you rolling.
All right, and welcome back. And folks, before I go into our entertainment segment, I just want to remind you that if you are any of these persons, please give the number 420-8226 a call as soon as possible. Sholan Ambrose, Guelph, St. John. Garvey McPhee, Guelph, St. John. Raymond Lewis, Grand Roy, St. John. Then we have Gary George, Guelph, St. John. Augustus Maitland, Bussejou, St. George. Then we have Ingrid Melville, Tempe, St. George. Sheldon James, Lamothe, St. George. Travis Noel, Grandin, St. George. Judy Filbert, Lamode, St. George. Ruth Paul, River Road, St. George. Dexter Francis, St. Paul, St. George. Byron Frank, Vendome, St. George. Ashanti John, Grandin, St. George. Then we have Denisha Bud, Hope, St. Andrew. Rudolph Charles, Pearl, St. Andrew. Natasha Charles, Telescope, St. Andrew. Kimron Alexander, Marybo, St. Andrew. Amoy Mark, Paraclete, St. Andrew. Brendan Douglas, Harford Village. Sojin Blair, Balthazar, St. Andrew. Ricky Lalji, Hope, St. Andrew. Errol Ruben, Pearls, St. Andrew. And Andrel Noel, Shantimel. When you're telling these people, just tell them to call 420-8226. Don't make them people show up on me walk. Don't make them people call me phone. All they need to do is when you're telling them, tell them to call 420-8226. That's all. That's all. All right? Now, here's the next thing that we need to tell you about, boy. The Grand Dance Bus Owners Association, they've got the barbecue coming up tomorrow, God's willing. And they have a solid bar. Fish and chicken and pork will be on sale. $20 for your tickets. And it's happening tomorrow at the Moulin Rouge playing field. It's going to be starting at about 11 a.m. and it goes until 10 p.m. So they're inviting you guys to come out and support this, all right? Now, sometimes we get disappointed. Sometimes we get depressed. Sometimes we're angry. We get agitated because there are things that we would like to have and we don't have it. And sometimes not because we need it, but because we see others and we add others with it and we add value to our life when we have more material possessions than others. And there's a song that tells us that riches don't come from things that you can buy with dollars and cents, but from the very thing that God has granted you with, the breath of life. Here is our entertainment piece for tonight from Mandela Links.
Many has gone and they not come in back. Many was rich, left everything in the back. But I thank you, Father, for waking me up this morning. Once more with the breath of life. Now the rain could fall or the sun could be shining. Man, it feels so right. One the breath of life they in me. I could walk the street, hear the music play. I can feel the heat. I could get up every day. I could be on my way. Lord, I am blessed to say my richness is life. My richness is life. My richness is life. I'm living and drinking and fetting like a millionaire. My richness is life. My richness is life. I'm living and drinking and fetting like a millionaire. Oh, no money never buy a soul yet. My God, yeah. You keep your cash, I'll keep your breath of life. So enjoy yourself in the mass, but you the borrow your
Mandela Links, My Richness is a Life, and that is our feature for tonight. Of course, you can look forward to more interesting productions right here on Mikey Live as we really try to feature some of our entertainers, whether they're hot or they're not. It's not about that. It's really about featuring and sharing with the world the talent that we have here in Grenada. Mandela Links, My Richness is Life. And folks, we're going to have another one for you on our next program. It is now time for the National Report. Let's transition to that. Immediately following the National Report, we'll have the weather.
Prime Minister appeals to international community to support Ocean Energy Work Program for small island developing states. Details to this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back with the details to the news for Friday, September 27th. I am Sherry Ann Noel. Grenada's Prime Minister has made an impassioned appeal to the international community to support the development of the Ocean Energy Work Program for small island developing states. Addressing a high-level luncheon event at the United Nations headquarters on Friday, Dr. Mitchell said they need partners in their quest to use ocean energy as a principal source of energy for small states to survive. The government of Grenada has also thrown its full support behind the SIDS regional renewable energy and energy efficiency centers in Barbados, Tonga and Cabo Verde, which are seen as critical to energy transformation that SIDS must undergo. Dr. Mitchell said for decades, the economies of small island developing states like Grenada have paid the price for the continued dependence on imported liquid petroleum fuels, a major cause of the high level of indebtedness. Dr. Mitchell, who is also the president of the 4th Assembly of SIDS-DOC, says this historic dependence on the petroleum has limited the development of professional capacity in renewable energy systems. His comments were contained in his address on the Samoa Pathway Midterm Review, Mission Transforming Island Lives, the network of regional sustainable energy centers for small island developing states.
The alliance between SIDS and SIDS-DOCs that provided the foundation for the two new renewable energy centers in Barbados and Tonga, with support of the government of Austria, is a true representation of the partnerships that underline the implementation of the Samoa Pathway. The SIDS regional centers represent a powerful and visible manifestation of the generosity of the people and the government of Austria, Norway and Spain. Special thank you, my very good friend. In helping to kickstart in 2014 the biggest transformation in the energy sector in small island developing states in our modern history.
Dr. Mitchell also appealed for delegates to support the SIDS-DOC Children's Program and added that the regional energy efficiency centers will be critical in helping to implement a SIDS Day in schools. Grenada will host the Belt and Road Conference in October. That's according to Acting Prime Minister Honorable Gregory Boeing. The Belt and Road Initiative, which adheres to the principles of extensive consultation, joint contribution and shared benefits, will provide an opportunity for countries like Grenada to access development financing otherwise difficult to secure for traditional institutions. Minister Bowen was speaking Thursday during a reception on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. He says the signing of the MOU in 2018 to cooperate on the Belt and Road Construction Initiative is evidence of the high level of engagement that exists between the PRC and Grenada and the Caribbean countries with which they have diplomatic ties.
Grenada will host the China-Caribbean Conference on the One Belt and One Road Initiative in October 2019. This conference will open avenues for promoting cooperation between China and the Caribbean countries on the Belt and Road Initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, the numerous cooperation programs around the country, cooperation on international affairs, and the various people-to-people exchanges are all evidence of the importance of the friendship between Grenada and the People's Republic of China.
Thursday's reception at the Radisson Resort was also attended by Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade, ministers of government, former scholarship recipients, and other specially invited guests. Ambassador His Excellency Dr. Zhao Yongshen says over the years China has provided significant support to friendly nations and is committed to working for stronger ties in the future.
Agriculture, education, human resource training, support, public health, and housing. Two countries also have support each other in regional and international affairs and play an important role in maintaining the peace and security of region and war as well as international order. In the future, we will continue to support Grenada's economic and social development and promote win-win cooperation.
Minister Bowen extended congratulations on behalf of the government and people of Grenada to the government and people of the People's Republic of China on the 70th anniversary on the founding of the People's Republic of China. He said throughout the years, the People's Republic of China has developed and transformed both economically and socially.
Excellency, the celebration of your 70th National Day ought to be an opportune moment for all Chinese citizens the world over to reflect on the nation's successes with great patriotism and pride.
In recent years, a number of Grenadians have participated in cultural exchanges between the People's Republic of China and Grenada. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Grenada, it's coming as the Ministry of Youth, Development, Sports, Culture and the Arts brings to you National Youth Week 2019 and it's one full week of activities, vibes and action as the nation turns their attention on the nation's youth, and it's from Saturday, October 19 till Saturday, November 2nd under the theme Embracing Opportunities, Soaring Higher. October 19th and 20th, National Community Service Weekend, island-wide. October 26th, Health Walk and Ministers Address. October 27th, Ecumenical Service and Peace Concerts. October 28th, Youth Vibe. October 29th, St. John's Youth Parliament. October 30th, Job Fair and Career Day. October 31st, Fun Nights. November 1st, Discovering Talents and Expo. And on November 2nd, it's National Youth Awards. So urging everyone to be a part of Youth Week 2019, October 19th to November 2nd.
Welcome back. Grenada and China continue to harvest the benefits of the diplomatic relations, with agriculture advancements being a key component of that relationship. On Friday, the Chinese embassy made a presentation of agriculture supplies to the ministry that is believed would help to reduce the cost of purchasing some supplies. Details to this report by Mina Booker, Public Relations Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture.
Through the existing agreement for technical cooperation in agriculture between the government of Grenada and the People's Republic of China, the agricultural sector has benefited from bilateral and multilateral training for staff and farmers, as well as equipment, supplies and technical support from the Chinese Agricultural Mission. During a symbolic handing over ceremony on Friday 27th September, supplies were handed over to the Minister of Agriculture and Lands, Honorable Yolan Bean Hosford, by His Excellency Dr. Zhao Yongshen, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the People's Republic of China. This handing over was held at the Lassages Demonstration Farm in St. David.
We support Grenada to develop agriculture, education, human resource, support, culture, economic and another social affairs. So, agriculture cooperation is the part of China and Grenada cooperation and friendship. We hope this can help Grenadian farmers to develop the agriculture productions.
Supplies presented to the Minister of Agriculture included sunshades, seedling trees, flower pots, plastic mulch, fertilizers and a computer system.
We have a very strong relationship with the People's Republic of China, and we want to ensure that we build on the relationship and develop what we have, the good relations that we have. We hope that this would continue. We are looking forward to more support from China.
For farmer Raphael Sylvester, he foresees that these supplies will help to reduce the costs associated with purchasing agricultural supplies, including fertilizers for farmers.
We'll have fertilizers, we'll have greenhouse covers, we'll have even some of the way that we might treat animals in terms of the health. Also, not only farmers but housewives, where I can see some of the nice beautiful pots for our pots there. They will benefit as a part of agriculture. It may not only go for a flower, but it may be one that you can consume. For example, a tomato tree, celery scythe could also grow nicely on the veranda. That will attract anybody that has any other flower plants. In terms of costing, that would save a lot because fertilizer here now is not cheap. And once we can get some that we don't have to pay for immediately, that will go a long way as well.
For the Ministry of Agriculture's Public Relations Unit, I am Mina Booker.
And finally, a ribbon-cutting ceremony was held on Friday to officially hand over a 200 kilowatt solar PV system at the T.A. Marisho Community College. The solar PV system has the capacity to produce 320,000 kilowatts of power per year, which TAMCC officials say will be sold to the Grenada Electricity Company, GRENEC, at a project cost of $160,000 AC per year. TAMCC was one of 3 sites visited by the World Bank and chosen because it possessed less risk factors with regards to vulnerability in the face of natural disasters. Minister of Energy Honorable Gregory Boeing, who cut the ribbon to signal the official handover, says liberalization of the electricity sector, effective through the Electricity Act and Public Utilities Regulatory Commission Act No. 20 of 2006, open for such a project.
It is the liberalization which has been fought so strenuously that is allowing this and similar projects, you have mentioned some of those before, throughout Grenada to be realized. The World Bank financed the Exera liberalization project to the tune of $10 million between St. Lucia and Grenada.
Project coordinator Jade Hutchinson says the World Bank envisioned the project to determine how to transition from fossil fuel to renewable energy and how to use renewables to decrease energy cost.
The project was done in St. Lucia, Grenada, and St. Vincent. So we had the 3 islands where the World Bank funded these projects. The project was a grant amount of $600,000 to install a 200 kilowatt solar PV system in each of the locations. Like Mr. Ogis mentioned, we chose TAMCC. The system is expected to produce about 351 megawatt hours of electricity. To put that into context, we're looking at about 50 to 60 Grenadian homes, or savings of up to $125,000 annually. To date, the system has saved over $40,000 for TAMCC. So you can imagine how that money could now be reinvested in education.
Delivering remarks on behalf of the T.A. Marisho Community College, Patricia Benjamin says the PV solar system will without a doubt enhance the strategic goals of the college.
To improve the capacity to professionally advance teaching, learning, and administration by upgrading the facilities and infrastructure of the college. This project has captured the capacity building and development in the training of our instructors, students, and maintenance personnel, and is harmonized with the goal of the college. The PV system will provide 200 kilowatt energy, which is tied into a 3-phase system with approximately 580 solar modules.
4 Grenadians are presently in St. Lucia undertaking PV design training. And with that, we come to the end of the National Report for Friday, September 27th. On behalf of the news and production team, I am Sherry Ann Noel, thanking you for viewing.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Sherry Ann. And what we want to do right now is to take a quick look at the weather, see what it's like, alright? And the information was sent in to us by the Met Office. Now, we expect some cloudiness tonight with a few light showers, and the minimum temperature is expected to be about 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 6 feet in open waters. And that's our weather report for tonight, folks. I want to say thank you very much for viewing tonight's program, and we look forward to having another interesting program on Monday, God's willing. Let's just quickly say hello to a few people before we leave. Zaka, Deslin, Selma, Shireen, Eunice, Kireen, Trevelin, Merrick, yes, Shireen, I see that, Patsy, Ernesto, Marilyn, we also have Angel, we have Margaret with us as well, and who else? We have, did I say Eugenia? We have Joyous. Hey, Joyous, it's been a while, but I see you still have your badge, so that means that you've been there. Trevelin, and Nika, did I say Deslin? Kathleen as well. Mishi is there with us as well. John, I see that you're there. Kireen, and everyone else who's on the program, we want to say thank you very much, and we look forward to having another interesting program. Now we're going to have, if anything happens, we're going to come back well, over the weekend then, you know. Anything happens and you need us to tell you about it, of course we're going to do that, all right? Hey, Garvin, I see that you're there. Yes, you reach for amen. We're closing up shop. Allah, I see that you're there. Allah, Allah, telling people what they need to do to get Top Fan +2, eh? Jennifer, I see that you're there. Hey, Jennifer, what's up? Say hi to the family for me, all right? And everyone else, man, thank you very much. All right, God bless you guys, and be safe. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No. Good night, everyone.